Hey there guys, it is Wednesday and it's time to train again. Yesterday's session was absolutely brilliant, nice little complex. So today we are going into a little bit of upper body and hip hinging work, okay? So to start off with, we're going to do 2 sets of 4 forwards lunges, 4 reverse lunges, and then 4 jumping lunges. Once you completed those, you're going to do 4 inchworms, 8 Spider-Man lunges, and then 8 Kang squats, okay? So you're gonna work through 2 sets of those, just take your time through them, just get yourself moving for the day. From there, you're then gonna do a little ladder. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then 4, 3, 2, 1 of air squats and press ups. So you'll do 1 air squat, 1 press up, 2 air squats, 2 press ups, so on up to 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way back down. All right. Once you move down through that, you're then going to go into our main piece. So on a barbell, regardless of whether you're doing barbell, kettlebell, or bodyweight, you can do 4 rounds of this. So on a barbell, you're going to do 100-foot overhead carry. All right. That could be either with your empty barbell or it could be with any plate that you've got. You're then going to do 5 strict presses and then 10 hang power snatches. Choose the load wisely, but it's a strength piece, so gently add the load as you go through. If you're with a kettlebell, you can do 50-foot overhead carry on your left arm, 50-foot overhead carry on your right arm. You're then going to do 5 strict presses, and then you're going to do 10 single arm kettlebell swings each arm, okay? You'll do 4 sets of those. If you feel like you've got quite a light kettlebell, then add a tempo to your pressing motion. If you've not got any weight, you're going to do 50-foot worth of arms above the head lunges. You're then going to do 5 pike push-ups, and then you're going to do 10 single leg alternating Romanian deadlifts. From there, once you finish that, you're going to go into a bit of accessory work. So you're going to do 4 sets of 12 glute bridges. You're then going to do a 30-second glute bridge hold. Then you're going to go down into a hollow position and you can do 24 alternating leg raises. So all the while holding that hollow position, really nice and tight with that midline structure, and just lifting one leg up at a time. From there, you're then going to do your conditioning piece. So we have 13 minutes to complete a classic workout. It's going to be 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, 6 shoulder to overheads. You're going to do 10 rounds of this complex. If you are working with a barbell, you're going to work through that at a nominal load, something that is going to be appropriate for you. If you're doing it with a kettlebell, you're going to do round 1 on your right side, for example, round 2 on your left side. So you're going to alternate arms each and every round. If you have no kit, you're going to work through 10 rounds of 12 single leg bodyweight deadlifts, 9 glute bridges, and then 6 press ups, okay? Round 1 will be all on your left leg on the deadlifts, round 2 will be all on your right leg, okay? So again, alternating each and every round. Once you've finished your 10 rounds in that 13-minute time period, you're then going to go into the remaining time and AMRAP of 5 burpees and 10 front squats or goblet squats or air squats. So you should have a little bit of time left. Try and get a good solid tempo throughout this workout and really then push for that little AMRAP at the end. Hope you enjoy this one, guys, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Time for another quality workout, guys. So today we have a good old barbell complex in our conditioning piece and a nice little bit of strength work for you guys. So we're going to go through a nice warm-up. We're going to warm up the hips with some lunge complex and then build out from there. So we're going to go first off 4 forwards lunges, okay? So that's just going to be 4 in total. Then from there you're going to do 4 reverse lunges, okay? From those 4, you're then going to do 4 jumping lunges. So straight up, straight down, all right? Make sure you get that full extension at the top. Take your time through these and you've got 2 sets to do. So that's 4 forwards lunges, 4 reverse lunges, 4 jumping lunges. I do the whole set, shake your legs out, give yourself 30 seconds, and then repeat, okay? Again, remember, if you're not comfortable with that jumping lunge, then you're going to either step forward and push back really hard, or step back and push up really hard, okay? Just make sure nothing's behind you, all right? From there, you're going to do a little ladder, and it's just 1 set. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of each movement. And they are going to be air squats, and press ups, okay? Remember, 3 options. Okay, so the way this will work is I'll do 1 air squat, one of my choice of press ups, then 2 air squats, 2 press ups, 3 air squats, 3 press ups, all the way up to 5. Once I've completed 5 air squats, 5 press ups, I'm then going to come back down. I'm going to do 4 of each, 3 of each, 2 of each, then 1 of each, okay? Nice and steady, should get your heart rate up, guys, should get you flowing, should get you ready for the rest of the work. From there, we're going to move into some carries and some pressing movements, then with some snatches, okay? I'm going to go through each one of these, whether you've got a barbell, whether you've got a kettlebell, or just at body weight, because they vary slightly, okay? So, if you've got a barbell, you're going to first off, you're going to do 100 foot of a plate overhead carry. So you're going to take your load, it's going to be above the head, locking the arms out as much as you can, keeping that torso nice and tall, and you're going to walk just simply for 100 foot, okay? When you get back from that 100 foot, just bring the plate down, settle it down, and then you're going to find your barbell. You've then got 2 movements. One is a strict press, and the second is a hang power snatch, okay? So, strict press, you take the bar up into that front rack position. You're going to get nice and tight through the feet, the quads, and the glutes, and you're then going to chin back, press the bar straight above the head, chin back, elbows bend first, back to that rack. So it's chin, press, chin, elbows back down, and return. You'll do 5 reps of these, okay? We have 4 sets, so again, add load as you see fit. This is your strength piece for the day. Once you've done that movement, you're then going to go into 10 hang power snatches. So, taking that bar into that snatch grip, soften the knees, hinge down to the top, up into that power snatch, stand tall, reset, hinge, and then snatch, okay? Remember that you're looking for that maximal extension, and then a good solid punch out from the top. As you go with these, remember, you've got a lot of heavy overhead work before you even get to those. So just make sure that the load is appropriate for your technique and that solid catch position, guys, okay? So that's with the barbell. If you have a kettlebell, you're going to do 50 foot of overhead carry. So this could be a kettlebell or a dumbbell, all right? So 50 foot overhead carry, one arm. So remember, knuckles towards the sky, wrist locked in straight, torso really strong. You're gonna go 50 foot on one side. Once you've done 50 foot, swap over, 50 foot on the other side, okay? Just walking around, no particular pace, just keep that structure. From there, you're then gonna go back. I personally will go back to my original side. I'm gonna do 5 strict presses. Once I've done 5 on one side, swap over and do 5 on the other side. Remember, this is a really structured movement. We want a good solid punch to the top, okay? Once I've done that, guys, I'm then gonna do 10 single arm swings. So from here, hips hinge, nice solid height position, into the hip, and bang, straight back out, okay? Remember, it's a hip hinge, not a squat. I'll do 10 one side, and then I'm gonna do 10 on my other side, okay? And that is my 1 full round, and I have 4 of those to complete, okay? If you don't have any weight for you, then that's absolutely fine. You're gonna do either 50 to 100 foot, arms up, overhead carry, okay? If you have something that you can carry, please find it, go for it, even if it's a couple of bags of sugar, whatever it might be, just something to add that little bit of extra strain. However, if you feel uncomfortable with something above the head, just go with your arms up, all right? 50 to 100 foot. You're then gonna do 5 pike press-ups. So hinge from the hip, hands down towards the floor, bend from the elbows, head to the floor, or as best you can, and then push back towards your hips. So you'll do 5 reps of those guys. Then from there, you're gonna do 10 alternating RDLs, okay? So you're gonna soften that standing leg, Hinge from the hip, stay nice and balanced as best you can, and then back up to the top. Swap sides, soften, get everything engaged, hinge down, and then back up. Remember on this one, guys, we're making sure that we're not rotating off to the side, so everything is still nice and square. Reach this spare leg back as far as you can, squeeze the glute, squeeze the feet into the floor, and push the floor away to feel that glute fire for that extension at the top, okay? You'll do 4 rounds of that, so it'll be your overhead carry or overhead walk, 5 of your plank push-ups, then 10 alternating RDLs, okay? Once we finish this, guys, we're then going to go into our glute bridges, 30-second glute hold, and then our 24 alternating leg raises, okay? So your glute bridge, really good for that posterior chain, developing that drive at the top. We're going to go feet down onto the floor. Let yourself lie back. Feet ideally, you want the heels underneath the knees, hands on the floor or across the stomach. Belt buckle pulls up before we go. We then push the feet into the floor, drive up towards the ceiling, and then come back down. Okay, remember, when we get to the top, we want hamstrings and glutes really nice and tight, and then back from there. Once you've done 12 of those, we're then going to go into a 30-second glute bridge hold, pushing the feet down into the floor, pulling the belt buckle up, keeping nice connection all the way through. Once you've completed that, we're then going to go into that hollow position, and you're going to get 24 alternating leg raises. Little extra challenge here, try not to let the feet go down onto the floor, so you're always engaged through that midline, and you're going to do 24 reps here, okay? Nice and simple. You have 4 sets of those to do. This should be a nice little burner just to get into that posterior chain and midline before we get into our main set, okay? So now we move on to our conditioning, guys. You have deadlifts, you have hang power cleans, and you have shoulder to overheads. Once we've done that, we've then got a little finisher in the last remaining piece of the time. So we've got 13 minutes, we've got 10 rounds of 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 shoulder to overheads. I'm going to show you the difference with each one, and then we'll build from there, okay? So, if you have a barbell, you're going to do this with ideally a nominal load, so you want to keep the same weight going throughout those 10 rounds. You're going to do 12 of your best deadlifts, alright? So, nice and steady onto that bar, pushing the floor away, standing nice and tall, hinge from the hips. Once you get past the knee, bend the knee, and then back down to the floor, okay? You're going to do 12 reps here. From there, you're then going to do 9 hang power cleans. So from anywhere, from this mid-thigh to the knee, to that catch position, back down, straight up, and back through. Try not to get in the habit of just flinging that bar around. Remember, work on good technique all the way. From there, you have 6 shoulder to overheads. Those could also be a push jerk if you want to drop back underneath the bar, okay? So it's 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and then 6 shoulder to overheads. If you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, exactly the same applies. You're going to do 12 single arm deadlifts. You're then going to do 9 hang cleans. Okay? You're then going to do 6 shoulder to overheads. First round is with one arm. Then the second round is with the other arm. So you get 5 rounds on your right, 5 rounds on your left. Okay? That's your workout if you have a barbell or a kettlebell. If you don't have any kit, that's no problem. You're going to do 12 single leg deadlifts and you're going to swap legs each round. So down to touch the floor, push back up, down and back up. Really working that single leg strength. You're then going to go into 9 more glute bridges. All right, nice and smooth. Pushing those hips up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to go into 6 press-ups. Okay, remember, 3 options as always. Full press up, kneeling press up, or snaking press up. And that will be your 1 round. So it'll be 12 single leg deadlifts, 9 glute bridges, 6 press ups. Again, each round alternate legs. So you do 5 rounds on your right, 5 rounds on your left. Once you've finished those 10 rounds, you're then going to do a little finisher. And in the remaining time, you're going to do an AMRAP of 5 burpees, either over the bar or over your kettlebell, or 5 burpees, and then 10 goblet or front squats, okay? So, if you're doing them with a barbell, you're going to go, I'll show you with both. So, doing with a kettlebell, you're going to go down, pop up, and over the kettlebell. If you're doing with a barbell, exactly the same applies. Down, up, over the bar, 5 reps. You then got either 10 front squats, or 10 goblet squats. Alright, if you don't have any weight, hammer through that little AMRAP with 5 regular burpees and 5 air squats. So if I finish in 10 minutes on the barbell or the kettlebell, or at body weight, and then a 3-minute AMRAP, 5 burpees, 10 squats. Alright, enjoy the workout guys, and we'll see you back tomorrow.